I mean, if we can look at the sort of history of the world in very simple terms, with the development of religion, but the medieval world in which everybody lived was essentially very secure because you either were born as an aristocrat with landowner, or you were born as a serf or a peasant, and you dealt with the land. And that was how you were. And as far as the church was concerned, they said, well, that's how you were born. That was God's decision. And as long as you act correctly and pay us occasionally when you don't, everything's going to be fine. So there's total security based on religious teaching, and the priests were controlling this process. And that lasted many hundreds of years until, of course, science started to develop and to disprove many of the tenets of the church. And they would say, well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong, that the earth is not the center of the universe. It's actually wandering around the sun. And this was a fundamental breakdown in the beliefs, because the church up till then had said, we know everything. We are the bridge between humans and God, and we have all the knowledge. And all of a sudden, this knowledge is no longer correct. It's not right. And then people then start questioning the abuses that the church were going into, and science develops even further. And that edifice is destroyed. It's replaced by the certainty of scientific and technical and technological knowledge and the commercialism that goes with it. All of a sudden, if you do the right thing, you can build yourself a nice life, you can get a home, you can get a job, you can develop your wealth. And that has propelled and really sustained the modern lifestyle. And that's how the world has been. It's the certainty of economic growth, the certainty of wealth, the certainty of scientific invention. Everything is depending on scientific proof. And if you've got that proof, then that's how it is. The only problem is that today, science is seen as a force for good, but increasingly also a force for catastrophe. Yeah. Economics is coming to a sort of end. People are trying different things because growth is no longer producing its results. And wealth is seen as extremely unfairly distributed. Yeah. And I'm not making a political statement here, but the fact that some parts of the world which represent a tiny proportion of the population, represent a huge proportion of the wealth, there's something wrong. Yeah. And you have to be out of your mind not to think that there's something wrong with that. Yeah. So it's probably time to then say, well, hold on. Yeah. Maybe we're now at a stage where we have a new order. Something else has to happen. Yeah. Because it's not going to be able to be sustained like that. The universe we've created, or the world we've created, the pollution we've created, the destruction we've created, with 8 billion people, the implications of science are now so catastrophic. Yeah. We can't just continue the way we have. Now, I don't pretend to know what the solution is, but we can't stay like this.
The solution is a new world order.
A new world order, but I don't know quite what that means.
Yeah, I think it's consciousness. It's about raising our awareness and then collectively wanting to change, because we cannot sustain the way that we are being right now. The future does not look good. So we need to make that change now, collectively.